What I like about my work is the autonomy. And also, I like about my work, every day is completely different. So compared to the industry, is where everything is done for a monetary value. Here, it's done for an educational value. And when I get students into my classroom, which I'm the lead lecturer here at the Escoffier, when I get students into my classroom, it's great to see them on a Monday. They don't know absolutely nothing. They're scared to death. They don't know what's going to happen. They're going into the unknown, into the abyss. And then by Friday, it just becomes easy for them. So to me, the satisfaction of seeing the knowledge that they've picked up, the coaching that we have given them, the feedback that they get from the guests, and the feedback they get online, that to me is job satisfaction. That to me what gets me up in the morning. And that to me what motivates me. I was working in New York. I was working in a summer camp, upstate New York. And I was interviewing for EPCOT Center. After the summer camp finished, for Camp America, we were interviewing in New York City for EPCOT Center for the students, because we had a lot of students already in the States, throughout the States, and they're all congregating back into New York before they're flying home. EPCOT Center was opening then, and they needed students. And because we had all the French, we had the Spanish, we had everything that they wanted, really. And so I was interviewing them, with interviewing two at a time, and I can remember into a room, we were interviewing, I mean, there must have been 1,000 people we were interviewing. And then at the end of it, they said, would you like to do that, Mark? Would you like to come? We'd like you to come and work at EPCOT Center. So I'd finished everything I had to do. I really didn't have a job to go back in England. So I said, why not? And I had $60 on me. And I could fly to New York, to Florida for an extra $20. So I flew on Pan Am, first class. I was 21 years old, and I didn't know what was going on. And I thought, wow, this is great, but I just sat there rigid. Now, I'd be taking advantage, but I just sat there, and it was great. I landed in Florida. I was met by people from EPCOT Center, and my first place that I lived at, they put me up at, was a place called Snow White Drive, 7 Dwarfs Lane. And I was writing to people and saying, no, I live here, this is where I live. Anyway, that's my first opportunity. I got into EPCOT Center, and it was vast. They have 23,000 employees here, and I was part of the British Pavilion. And I worked in a restaurant, and I was a runner, taking the food and everything else. Then I thought, oh, this is good. I enjoy this. I like the interaction with the guests. The guests are interested in me. I got fantastic training there, especially how to deal with guests. So that was really the start for me for that. Well, what I would say starting out today, be ready. If you like to interact with people, even if you don't, this will change you. Every day is completely different. You don't know. When I managed restaurants, I've managed big restaurants. When I managed restaurants, I didn't know my day was going to start until I put the key in the door. So when I say I put the key in the door, it could be somebody could call in sick. I could have a problem with the kitchen with the chef. There could be an order not showing up. There's so many different aspects, but you have to think on your feet constantly. You're forethinking ahead. So that's really what I like about this job. In the next decade, I think we're going into the abyss, really, what's going to happen. We've got a harder job now, I think, to try and get people into the industry because of all the publicity that they've had with restaurants closing, the same as retail closing. We've been hit hard, the hospitality industry. So we now have got to try and get that back. How are we going to get that back? I don't know. We've all got to sort of work together, maybe start by supporting your local restaurants and take it from there. But these big restaurants, they're gone, some of them, not all of them.